Hola gamers, this be Daniel, and then there was Syndicate, first-person shooter developed by Starbreeze Studios and published by EA. When the first game of Syndicate was released in 1993, it was an overhead, third-person strategy type of game. But with the mass population of FPS games as of late, aka Call of Duty, Battlefield 3, and not to mention a ton of others that have been coming out, the Syndicate has been converted into a first-person shooter now. I never played the actual original Syndicate. I know that there's a lot of nerd rage over the Syndicate being turned into a first-person shooter. I know the game has some of the same traits as the first one that came out back then. Just the story basis, not the actual storyline itself, but the ideas behind it. This will be the first of 2 episodes that I put out for this video, and this will probably be something I start doing for all my games that I cover. Just for the games that hold a single player basis and also have a heavy multiplayer basis along with it, or heavy enough multiplayer basis that I can actually cover. But now I have played the first couple missions of the game already just to get an idea of where I can start to show you actually all of the stuff this game has to offer. Now I'm just going to start in here. We'll go and select the second chapter. Second chapter was the first mission that actually gave you the ability to do everything that you would want to do in the game. Story basis goes though, you're an agent. You get a special experimental chip put in your head called the Dart 6. Basically makes you faster, stronger. You can activate things in the world, breach them, hack them, do all kinds of fun stuff. I know I'm missing a big piece of chunk storyline, but that's the basis of it, just in a nutshell type thing. You're an agent, have a chip implanted, you can do cool stuff, blast people away, and away you go.
This is the real deal. Civ casualties is a non-issue. You go after Chang.
So yeah, this is where we'll start out. Second mission, after your initial training course.
Showtime.
Like any other game. It runs a lot like Battlefield 3. When you're jumping over things, it kind of gives you the feel of a free-flow parkour style type thing. Now, the one thing this game offers that I don't see in not any FPSs I can actually think of, but you can actually gun while you run, like literal running gun. You can fire while you're running, at least with a pistol. I'm not sure on the assault rifle. I haven't really had a chance to try it out, being I haven't played the game much because I wanted to actually be more of a first impressions than just me telling you what I've been through in the game so far. Now, what I've been hearing, the gun sounds are very strong. The guns sound perfect. I'm very happy with the way they feel, and the recoil. The pistols and assault rifles both are awesome. Now, if you notice what I just did there was a little icon that popped up over that door. It's a one-button press. It gives you the ability to hack things that are within your sight that have a computer-type chip with them, and it gives you the ability to, like I said, hack them. Like, this is the first ability you get in the game that involves it, other than hacking doors and such. But it's called Suicide, and there's a recharge meter on the bottom left, as you can see. Shows you the recharge time on the ability. But just to give you a small piece of the fun that you can have in the middle of combat. And don't worry, it does not play this scene every time you do it. It's only the first time that you do it. But basically what I'm doing is hacking the guy's the chip in his brain to make him go suicidal. Tons of fun. Like, man, what the fuck you do? Why'd you do that, man? In the face. Headshot to the self. Yeah, you get a few other abilities. One that I know of is a backfire on guns. Makes the computer chips inside of people's guns make the gun backfire, so that it blows up in their face and knocks them down, and then you can shoot the crap out of them. Continue on here. One other option that you get in the game is it's called the Dart Overlay. One button press and it gives you the ability to see through walls. You can see human bodies. I mean, even if you haven't seen them yet, you can see bodies through walls. People that are no threat come up as a blue color, and people that are threat is either yellow or green, but I can't really tell because I'm colorblind, but you get the idea. So As you move along through here, I'll be able to give you a quick view of the combat. It's not a lot of combat as of yet up until you get into the next room, so here we go. Here's a look at the combat. Like here, like in the middle, you can breach them, make them commit suicide. They may pull out a grenade, blow up people around them. Other things you can do, you can hack things in the environment, like make cover that the people are trying to use go away, give you the benefit to shoot them. But as you can hear from the guns, this is just a pistol. The pistol sounds amazing, even though it is a pistol, but even the assault rifles sound really beefy. When you take someone down with it, it sounds like they should go down. It doesn't sound like a little pea shooter gun. Like, I know Call of Duty is bad for it. The guns don't sound the greatest. A couple of them sound really good, but honestly, a lot of them just sound a little weak and dead. Battlefield 3 isn't so much for that, but yeah. I know I played Brink 2 for a while, and their guns were pretty pansy sounding. Now, go in this first place, and then I'll be able to show you the next little thing that the game has to offer. Sort of an upgrade system. Works around the basis like Deus Ex, more or less, if you want to match it up to that. And I fail. We want to match it up to that. It has an upgrade menu. They'll give you different benefits, and once I get over these and not fail so bad at it, I'll be able to show you that. Now, come on through here, hop down, B, and boom. Goodbye. Now this scene reminds me of something out of like Demolition Man, where Wesley Snipes would jam that thing into the guy's eye and then ripped out his eye socket with the little thing. What the little thing does, goes in, grabs the little chip pieces that he blew out and combines them all together and takes it out. Then it basically gives me the ability to upgrade certain aspects. I think out of this you get a couple points to start with, and you can upgrade things like your base health. You can upgrade the recoil on guns. You have less recoil or scatter on like a shotgun. Less damage. Oh, your dart overlay, your seen through walls lasts longer, which that dart overlay that allows you to see through walls also increases your reflex time, much like if you've ever played Fear. You had the button where you could press it and your reaction time was a lot faster and you moved really quick, made it like bullet time almost. You can't really dodge bullets, but you can kind of judge where they're going to be shooting based upon where you were, so you can move to the side and they won't be able to shoot you. As far as that goes, I'm just going to pick two random ones. It's not really a big deal. But like I said, it works on sort of like the Deus Ex premise, but I know Deus Ex had multiple points into one thing, unlike this one where it's just you unlock different abilities. Now, according to what I've read, the campaign itself runs about 6 hours. It's not incredibly long. I think the heavy basis that people have been praising on this game so far are the co-op, which I'll be getting to in a second video after this, like I said. But this is just to give you a basis, of course, of the actual single player and the gameplay itself. I think... Oh, more combat. Woohoo! No cover for you. Oh yeah, here you can see be able to see guys through walls. Oh, and like little little turrets actually hack the turret and it starts blowing away everyone else coming in the room trying to kill me. Guys with shields. And anything that has a computer chip in this game, or you would think would have a computer chip, essentially you can hack to do something. Minus like computers like this that are just scenery and cover. Oh, I killed him. You can also hack people through walls using the dart overlay. If you can see them through the dart overlay, you can actually hack them through walls, I believe. This guy has an ultra fun gun. Not your standard assault rifle, it's the Gauss rifle, or however you pronounce it. Apologize if I can't say it right. But they got little tiny puzzle type games you do in this. So hack that, it makes it all ice, and you shoot it, and it breaks it open. But the fun part of this gun is it locks onto things. So if you fire it, it goes down and actually hits what you've targeted. It runs around walls, all kind of that matter. It's a lot of fun. Oh. Diffuse grenade! Go! Okay, this gun is just so much fun. Lock onto things, run behind a wall and start shooting at people and it chases them. Kind of a neat idea for a gun in a game. I haven't seen much of that in any of the games I've played. But really, that's about all there is to the single player mode. The music, I love the soundtrack to this game. There's a point when you go into like an Asian dance club and it's playing like anime techno music in the background. It's pretty awesome, blowing away a ton of people to that kind of music. It was a lot of fun. Now, I died, but oh well. I'm gonna be wrapping this up. But like the music itself, the only downfalls that I've seen is the story isn't heavily pushed throughout the missions. It's more pushed as cutscenes before and after the mission. There isn't a lot of story while you're running around fighting, so it's just a lot of blowing people away. Then you get to the end of the mission, it does storyline, then continues. The voice acting is actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the voice acting. There's a couple people I could probably do without that aren't that great, but most of the people are actually pretty good, and I enjoy it a lot. So, we'll make you commit suicide, make you blow up everyone around you. Have fun with that. Goodbye. Yeah. I'm gonna note that it is actually kind of hard to get used to playing while you're trying to talk and discuss something. Pay attention to that. Should I pick up? Oh, here, you get a sound of the assault rifle right now. They're pretty beefy. They sound really good. Given the one thing that I noticed that isn't in this game really is bullet penetration. You can't shoot through many of the walls that I've seen. I don't even think you can. Oh, there was a guy next to me. But just so you get the idea of the game itself, this has been Syndicate. My name is Daniel, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.